5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're live with Neve.
from Live with Neve. We have an exciting connection for our veterans, country music fans, and there is something for everyone. Gone Country Hats at GoneCountryHats.com. That's right, we've partnered with Gone Country Hats at GoneCountryHats.com. See you soon.
There's some changes headed, like the Gulf Stream rising, like some gale that's been blowing off this wild bird island shore. And I can't say where, and I don't know when, but some old door's been opened in the restless shade. Poor man sagging cigarette takes the subway home. Rich man folding old regret steps on the rundown below.
Got me on.
I bet you can hear me now.
Yes, I can.
Sure helps if we turn that thing on, doesn't it?
By golly, how you doing?
I'm doing excellent. How are you down in Florida today? You
Oh, we're just getting ready to bask in the sun a little bit today.
I'll bet.
It's really great to be with you.
It's great to have you here. And congratulations, you've made it through the nominations. I guess you have a couple of what have you been nominated for now?
I've got the ISSA. I'm the Entertainer of the Year nominee, the Male Vocalist nominee, Rising Star nominee, single for Soaking Up the Rays, songwriter, emerging artist, band
Excellent.
of the year, and then band single of the year, Texas and Tennessee. So,
Wow,
just blessed, man. I'll tell you what.
that's really great. Well, you know, I enjoyed your songs. It's funny because you're in Florida, and you know, of course, having lived there, there's a lot of the Jimmy Buffett stuff, and I've probably played every Jimmy Buffett song as many times as he has over the decades. It's got to be over 1,000 times, I'm sure, maybe more. But your album has a definite Florida feel to it, and I liked it. You know, it's just got a regional. It reminds me of a friend of mine did a record, Arthur Hurley and Gottlieb. Jeff Arthur is a guy who is a jingle studio owner down in Florida. We used to work making records. We made all kinds of different things. We did spots all around the country, and I was the chief cook and bottle washer. One day I'd be selling a big deal. The next day I'd be driving all over the country to install it and get it done, or go back and sell it. It was just crazy times. But as a result, I grew up around a lot of that country rock 70s sort of sound, like, you know, Eagle-esque, and like your song just, you know, it's made me think I should be drinking an adult beverage sitting by the Clearwater, you know, Hilton there, sitting on the water, looking out at the pier and all that good stuff.
Oh yeah.
So what part of Florida are you in?
We're around Tampa. We're not too far from Tampa. We're about an hour north of Tampa.
Oh, funny. That's where I'm kind of looking right now, to buy a house. Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking in the Gainesville area, maybe Ocala, depends.
Nice.
You know, but
I lived in Ocala for a little while. It was it's kind of a hustling, bustling kind of town. They have a lot going on there, but yeah.
You know, and the thing about Gainesville, good college there, so there's a lot of action. You know, my girlfriends do well in that town, and
my wife just yelled, "Go Gators!"
Oh, yeah, baby, go Gators! You know it. My son-in-law is a Gator, and I'm proud of him. I was teasing him about it. But it's funny because my daughter was going to go to Florida, and she ended up going to the University of South Florida because it was already paid for, and now she's a nurse practitioner down in Florida doing very well. Nice. And I don't have to worry about her. And the other daughter's a teacher, so She got out of the public school system and now got a job at one of these private, most expensive schools in the area type thing. I don't remember the name of it, but so maybe Tampa Catholic or something. But I was like, great. Now you don't have to worry about all the busing and all the other crap that goes on. I mean,
Oh yeah.
you know, my kid Talia, she had to be bused from Plant City to downtown Tampa, and it was,
Wow.
man, like the bus came at like 5 in the morning. Had to go to this technical school and get on another bus. I felt for the kid, and frequently I just, you know, she'd say, "Dad, I missed the bus." I'd be like, "Oh, kid, oh God," you know. Have to drive her an hour into Tampa during the crazy hours.
Wow.
But it all turns out okay. It's a
Oh,
good
sure.
place to live. And how long have you lived? Did you grow up in the Tampa area?
No, actually grew up in Ohio. So,
Okay.
oh yeah, and we've been down here for I'd say around 12 years.
Well, that's cool.
But we go all over the place.
Excellent. So, does your wife play as well?
Yeah, she sings, she plays keys, and does a lot of percussions and things like that.
Great.
And we have a great time. We do.
That's excellent. Well, you know, it's good if you're in the entertainment business. It's sometimes hard to have a relationship with somebody who's not. It's just kind of one of those things that it can be difficult for men and women to stay married if they're in this for a vocation rather than just a few weekly gigs. And
Well, you learn. There are
Well, you
times
do.
that we all look at each other and grumble or this or that. But after 25 years of being married, hey,
Oh
you
yeah.
know, we kind of
You kind
get
of
it.
worked out the kinks and the
Yeah.
knots in that
Oh,
rope. Good. Well, let's listen to some music. Let's see what we've got here. Add this up and soaking up the rays. Let's see, where is that one? One moment, folks. Okay. All right. Go away.
She was off in Texas, he's in Tennessee. A long distance love affair is no way to be. So he told her he was Texas bound. He couldn't wait to hold her when he got to town. When he knocked upon her door, his life changed for sure. Their eyes met and it was said, won't be single no more. Two hearts meet and skip a beat, and love is there for sure. A love so sweet it can't be beat, this love's forevermore. Now it's 20 years later, remembering how we met, how our love grew through the years, I never will forget. When I knocked upon your door, my life changed for sure. Our eyes met and it was said, won't be single no more. Two hearts meet and skip a beat, love is there for sure. A love so sweet it can't be beat, our love's forevermore.
baby.
All right. Very nice. Very nice. Oh,
Thank you.
there we go. And we'll remove that for a minute. Sounded good, man.
Thank you.
So tell me a little bit, how did you get started playing in the music biz?
Oh my goodness. Let's go back to about 4 years old, standing in front of the parents' stereo.
All right.
I would stand there and play my yardstick and
Your
sing.
yardstick, I love it.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I just felt when I had the yardstick in my hand and I was playing it, my mom wasn't using it somewhere else on my.
yeah, down south they don't play, man. They make you go cut your switch and all kinds of
I'm gonna
stuff.
tell you.
I
I'm
told my
gonna tell you
daughter
right
that
now.
one time. I said, "Go out there and cut a switch. If you don't get a big enough one, I'm gonna go pick one myself." They're like, "Dad's not gonna hit us with that thing." They knew better, you know. It's really hard when you got like little girls and they're so cute at like 4 and 5. That's like
Oh,
how,
yeah.
I'd feel terrible if I had to crack them on the leg for doing something really like, you know, don't grab a glass off the table, but you know.
Believe me, they learn how to work that thing, you know.
Oh,
with
they
that
definitely
sad
work
eyes,
mom
you
and
know.
dad off each other
Like,
for sure.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know, that's the thing you see in the world. I think that a lot of the problems we have, and it's not just people say it's in the black community, but you got these kids are raised, they don't have a dad around. And people think, you know, nowadays, you know, dads are like something to be scorned. Oh my God, you know, just a normal person. And what can I tell you? I don't know. I figure the world will be fine when all of us old guys die off. It always has been. It always will be. You know, but we're going to go down and be sitting around in a group. I tell my neighbors, old people like myself, I say, just shut up, man. You remember what we were doing in the 70s and stuff? You know, these kids will be fine. There's always going to be a certain bunch of real smart ones, bunch of real dumb ones. And then you got people who are just musicians who are, we're not, I don't know what we are. We're just our own special breed, I guess. Yeah, the verdict's out on that. I don't know if I'd have my sister marry a musician. No, definitely not.
well, you know,
I'm kidding.
my mom. I'll tell you right now, my wife's mom said, "Don't ever marry a musician," and she thought that she said magician. You know, so.
I'm going to
Here
marry
she
a
is.
drummer. Try telling that to your parents. Oh my God, you know, it's like, especially down south. See, I grew up here in the New York area primarily, and up in Massachusetts, went to a boarding school, all that kind of crap. And it was so different moving to Florida, because up here everybody's Italian or Jewish. So you're either Catholic or you're hanging out with a bunch of Jewish guys or the Irish. And they're like everywhere. And I thought every place was like that, because growing up here, and then I moved to Florida. And my last year of high school, and I went out on a date, and this lady said, "He's pretty nice, but he's one of those Catholic boys." I was thinking to myself, what does that mean? I know they got a church here. Father McFeely or whatever his name was. I don't know. It's kind of a rough world out there. You gotta look a little sideways at some of these guys, you know?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, you know, I'm glad I wasn't an altar boy. Apparently, you know, it wasn't quite the gig you thought it was.
That's right. There you
Lord.
go.
So, when you were growing up, did your parents, they support you,
Oh,
teach
yeah.
you? Did you take lessons?
Well, I had a lot of different influences. My mom was a church organist, so you know,
okay.
I had 2 church services, whether I needed it or not. And according to my wife, I needed every one, by the way.
I'm sure.
But no, I grew up with that, and I had a lot of influences going on. And my mom was one when I would hear something, and I would just stop, because I was always real musical with the ears, and she would say, you know, just let him listen to it. You know, my dad's like, turn around and eat. No, let him listen to that. And boy, I am thankful for that, because she was quite an influence in my life. She
It's
really
something,
was.
I know my mom was the best band mom you could ask for. You know, I was always having to get her to take me and go pick up some kid in his bass rig in the back of a Honda Civic. And it was like crazy. But she, like you said, my folks knew where I was at. And back in those days, I was kind of a real nerd. I can't come up with any other way to describe it. I was just kind of science kid, and the jocks kind of they didn't bug me too much. Once they figured out I was a drummer, they thought I was cool. But prior to that, they kind of looked at me like I'm gonna come over and kick him down the stairs, little wimp.
That's all right. Once you they get the idea you're a musician and singing and that, and all of a sudden the girls seem to like you a lot. Well, then you're cool, dude.
I got told once that there's some guy on the football team looking for me because he heard that I took his girlfriend out on a date, and I'm like, oh man, this isn't good, And him and his brother got in my space on the bus, and basically the one brother was just like one of those guys who's just got to be the one. He's got his older brother to protect him, and he started getting mouthy with me. And that's back in the 70s. I told him, man, you talk to my girlfriend like that, I'm gonna put my fist in your mouth. And then his brother came in and started getting mouthy, and I said, you can't be proud of him. I said, he's talking to a girl like that. What's wrong with you? You don't have to. Isn't he a pain in the ass? I said, come on, you know it as well as I do. This guy's not the brightest tool in the drawer. And his brother eventually was like, yeah, he's kind of a dyke. The guy was. I talked him out of beating my ass, I was like, you don't want to look at your two big muscle guys. You're gonna beat up this little rodent I don't even have color in my skin, and I live in Florida. I'm like pale and white. I've got it down at the recording studios at 2 a.m. And I played like a lot of Southern. I've played all over down there. As Johnny Cash said, I've been everywhere.
Well, I'll tell you, in my 20s now, I was a rock guy. I played a lot of rock. Was in several bands and stuff. That we did a lot of regional stuff and things like that. So, my music is really rounded as far as what I like. I like a lot of different stuff. So
cool. I think that having that vocabulary in anything that's well done and put together, you got to have kind of a broad vocabulary. Some folks these days think that it's what do they call it, a cultural appropriation. And I'm like, if it wasn't for like Jimmy Page and Jeff Beck over in England listening to our old blues records, rock and roll wouldn't have come out the way it did. And you had Elvis living down in the Delta in Mississippi. I've been down there even now. It's not exactly it's not the French Riviera by any means.
Memphis, yeah. Memphis is
but there's a lot of good people, and one thing I do know that we don't have in New York, we have not got any barbecue that's nearly as good.
There you go.
We have yuppie barbecue up here. It's like a plate of barbecue is like $40, to get, and it's like, what? This is down in Florida, things are expensive everywhere now, but I used to go to these places down in the hood, and it's one thing. We were all down there either getting the blues or getting some ribs, so it worked for me.
Maybe getting the blues and the ribs. How about that?
Yeah, depending on what kind of trouble you got in. I have to thank Jay Crocker wherever you're at, man, down in Florida. He's like up by DeLand. I forget the exact beach, but he's a little. I live close to the coast here, but I'm up on a hill. He last time they got throttled in that part of the country. Last summer was pretty bad for him.
I imagine.
I called him and saw this, and he's like, I got 2 feet of water in my house, can't talk. I was like, oh, no. Oh, God, I just felt for him,
Oh, yeah. Those storms hit down here. They are,
they
save up.
Yeah. I was there when we had Hurricane Andrew, and that was pretty insane. Okay. That was like the first time I ever saw a real storm, like 120 plus, and man, it was crazy. Well, listen, I'm going to put another song on. Let me see what we've got here. Okay, let me think. We played Texas and Tennessee first, I believe.
Texas and Tennessee.
I'm going to get on. Let's see here. I've got to. How do I do this? Present. No, I don't want to stop the screen. Share this tab instead. All right. Where's that cracked technical staff I usually have here? Running this like a clock. There we go.
Palm trees swaying, the sand and the beach and you. Listening to the waves, spending the day just us two. Beach chairs out blanket and a towel for you and me. Well, there's no doubt that's what it's all about by the sea. The water's blue, a picnic for two, the sun is out. A drink in our hands, our toes in the sand, there's no doubt. There's no better way to get away, the stress is gone. Just sitting here playing this old guitar beach song. Trees swaying, the sand and the beach and you, listening to the waves, spending the day just us two. Beach chairs out, a blanket and a towel for you and me. There's no doubt that's what it's all about by the sea. The sun is sinking slowly in the west. We'll go home, tomorrow we'll be back again. Our chairs in the sand, a drink in our hand, you and me. Here in the waves, soaking up the rays by the sea. Here in the waves, soaking up the rays, you and
me. All right, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go to a break real quick, and we'll be right back with Live with Neve. Here we go.
Hello there, my name is Andreas Hellquist, this is Donny Olsson, and we're live with Neve and having a great time.
Hey guys, my name's Eli Alger, and I'm here on Live with Neve.
What the hell's going on with this guy? Oh man, Sonny's ripping it up. Lord have mercy. Sorry about that. Okay, hang on. Let's get this, get us back here. All right. Well, I heard that and thought, man, you guys just took a big cup of coffee. So I've got another tune queued up here. Let's see what this was. We've had Texas and Tennessee, Soaking Up the Rays. I noticed a couple of your older tunes. I like the Salute to the Farmer. I just like that because I think farmers get a really crappy deal. Between the government and the people who buy their stuff, it's like they don't make any money. It's all the middleman and the taxes and all the other crap that goes along with it. Let's see. We got where is he?
Oh, their equipment and stuff. I mean, it's like outrageous. I mean, the cost, you know.
Yeah. You're up in Weeki Wachee, huh? I have like two really good friends, and my brother lives up there too as well.
We're hanging out with the mermaids here.
Yes. I've played there before at the Mermaidatorium or Snakeatorium.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a funky place. For anybody in New York who doesn't know where we're talking about Weeki Wachee Springs, which is they've filmed Elvis movies there. There's all kinds of stuff. You know, apparently Elvis liked a friend of mine's mom. In fact, we'll be having Ronnie on with us. He's recently moved from Tampa. For everybody, Ronnie Elliott, who I've known for 50 years, and he's kind of like the old man of Tampa music. He's been around forever. played at the old Curtis Sixon Hall opening up for Elvis and all kinds of cool stuff. And he's just a unique human. He's just nobody quite like him, you know, and I like that. Everybody who's really good usually is got that little difference that we all go, wow, I never would have thought of that. And he's one of those guys who's definitely got it. So I'm looking here. We'll definitely not look at Brady Bar. She was giving the crew a little extra, it says. Gosh almighty. What kind of outfit were they running? Oh my gosh. All right. Let's share this tab. And we're going. I love the, it sounds like my old house here. Nice intro.
Down by the river, it don't get any better. We have a great time when we all get together, laughing and a drinking and putting some good music on. We tie our boats together when it's sunny weather. The fish ain't biting, but don't hook your neighbor. We all are here to have a little fun. 'Cause here in the sun, we have a weekend of fun. Setting into motion, we commence to float. The party is on while we are boating. Oh yeah. Jumping and swimming, now that's a given. Swimming to the sandbar, now that's really living. Time really goes by fast when you're having fun. Tubing or skiing, now who would be believing the weekend is over, we gotta be leaving. We'll all be meeting next weekend for some fun. 'Cause here in the sun, we have a weekend of fun. Setting into motion, we commence to float. The party is on while we are boating. Oh yeah.
Man, holy crow. That just, wow. Holy, that is really great. That is just a great song. That is seriously well done and recorded. It's just, that is excellent. I mean, I can't even say any more than that. That is a great tune.
We had such a great time when we recorded that one. You know, the fellas, and And it's just one of those songs that had a lot of energy to it, but yet it was kind of the beach feel and kind of the beachy
it's just a perfect song. I've no doubt you can that's worth somebody buying, and you could get somebody down there to give you a nice hefty songwriter's fee for that one. That's a great tune.
We're always game.
Hey, I don't want to turn down to that mailbox money,
You betcha.
That was a great song though. Well, tell me, where can people find your stuff? What's your website and all that good stuff?
Yeah, well, my website is www.andrewdean.us, like United States.
Mm-hmm.
Any of the platforms like Spotify to YouTube, there's any of those. Apple, iTunes, you can get it. You can get it there. So our music is readily available, and of course we have it on the website as well. So.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, don't be a stranger, and I'll probably see you in August. I'm planning to try and go down there.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Make sure
I might have to have some surgery between now and then, but if not, I don't care anyway. I'm an old crusty guy, man. I don't have to.
And my wife says, then you look like Brad Pitt, right?
Oh yeah, they told me I have a great face for radio. Believe me. Been hearing that a lot lately, man. Here in New York, boy, I'm telling you, they're like, maybe they have to fix his teeth in the front. I told them, I'm like, well, David Letterman's teeth are kind of wide. It didn't affect his viewing numbers, so
it worked fine.
My show is if I change it to a night show, it's more like the old David Letterman and the Johnny Carson format. It's not like one-sided at all. We make fun of all kinds of stuff and have kind of a wider range of material, I think, on our show. And as long as it's good, we'll have somebody on, Yeah. Occasionally, you get something, and I'm not in the business of trying to wreck somebody's dreaming. I was there, and I'm still dreaming. I think we all are. Everybody wants. I mean, I really believe in trying to help people out around the biz. It's tough enough business without people. Having mentors is important, and how you treat people in your band. I know it's like cliche, but treat them good, man. It's like Louis Armstrong. No, Duke Ellington said. No, Count Basie, excuse me. He's the guy said, well, how do you keep your band together? And he said, well, I have a gimmick. The guy said, well, what's that? And he said, well, I pay them money and they play the best they can for me.
That works pretty good. That works
it worked
for everybody
pretty good.
involved.
I live here in Red Bank, where we have the Count Basie Theater, which is a great venue. An old, what do you call it, a vaudevillian stage from the old days. It's pretty cool. I love going there because it's just so small. The sound's really good. They've got it down like 100 years ago. But thank you for being on with us.
I'll tell you what, it's been awesome to be with you too, Neve. We just we appreciate your time and your dedication to what you do, because we definitely love listening to you, man.
Well, I like your stuff, and I always keep it in my head. Somebody's got a great song out there, You never know. I talk to a lot of people. You know how it goes. You hear a good song, sometimes you just write song at the right time.
That's right.
We're all looking for that.
And songs recall so many different memories of so many different things, that you may have experienced in that. They bring back some good memories, sometimes not so much, but I mean, that's music.
You know what? Having these great devices where you can just sing a song as you're driving and you get an idea for a tune. I can hear the song in my head and I'll start trying to write lyrics. From the old days, I'd be writing and veering around the highway. And now I just turn. I'm a drummer. We're already kind of we're a little out there anyway. I wouldn't trust anybody's children.
Well, if you listen to like a Neil Peart or somebody like that, and you're a drummer, buddy, you might have a problem driving.
Oh yeah, you aren't kidding. That is some great stuff.
Oh, that's a lead drummer right there.
Yes, but I like everybody. It's like Ringo is such a great guy and such a great drummer, and there's so many good drummers. People always ask that. You're in a band. What's your favorite artist? I'm like, pick 1,000 of them. I can't choose.
You know what? I heard something that really kind of cracked me up about a drummer. The Van Halen. And now I don't know if you're familiar with like Hot for Teacher.
Oh yeah, the intro.
And you know that double bass thing you hear just going crazy, right? You know how he did that, right?
Yeah, he had 3 pedals, the double thing.
No, he had a bass drum in his lap in the studio, and he used sticks.
And he just did that with a mic in it.
And how many drummers probably tried to wreck their feet trying to roll that thing? Because man, oh man,
Yeah.
woo!
You know, it's funny though, because I used to use a drum machine while I was playing. I'd just be rolling on it.
Yeah.
I'm talking like back when drum machines first came out. There were dinosaurs that walked the earth still. I mean, literally. Trying to think what I was using. Oh, a drumulator from Emu Systems.
Yeah.
And I bought it, and then I had a Simmons drum kit, one of the first in the Tampa Bay area. And it was like, I paid an extraordinary amount of money, and then somebody wanted to buy it from England because it was in red, and they called me up from Thoroughbred, and they're like, hey man, I got somebody, we'll get you another kit, but it'll take another month to wait. Somebody's offering you like $2,000 more than you're paying. I said, no, I've been waiting for this thing for 6 months, you know, but it's fun.
You are a drummer at heart. You're turning down money there, brother.
Yeah, right? Doesn't happen often, man.
Yeah,
But
I'm telling you.
let's see, we have a comment here. All right, well, Andrew, and what's your lovely wife's name?
Terry.
Sherry, it was nice to meet you guys. I'll see you soon, and if you need anything, give me a call. You got a new record or out? And I'll probably see you in Atlanta in August.
Great. We'll look forward to seeing you, Neve.
Okay, take care, everybody. We're going to be back at 4 o'clock. We got the amazing Fernando Perdomo from Los Angeles. You've heard him. You've seen him. He's the man with a plan.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're live with Neve.